It's a good bounce back win for us today. I thought we started the game with the right tone on the defensive end, and so that was that was by design for us to get back to our normal.
Just when it felt like the drama surrounding Team USA and Caitlin Clark had finally started to fade, a major development involving NBC has reportedly thrown the coaching staff and the WNBA's old guard into complete chaos. And this time, it's not about a roster decision or a minor controversy. It's about something far bigger. Who truly controls the future of women's basketball? Behind closed doors, we're hearing reports of a full-blown meltdown, sparked by the very outcome the establishment tried desperately to prevent. Despite their efforts to keep the spotlight on the collective, to preach experience over hype, and to humble the rookie sensation by leaving her off the Olympic roster, the momentum couldn't be stopped. Billions of dollars have now entered the league, and with that money comes power. And that power is shifting fast. The message from the broadcasting giant is clear. You can't stop a tidal wave with a chain-link fence. The narrative pushed by the coaches and selection committee, that Caitlin Clark wasn't ready and needed to wait her turn, has just been dismantled by the people signing the checks. According to reports, the reaction inside the Team USA camp has been explosive as coaches and veterans realize their gold medals may matter less to networks than a single Caitlin Clark pregame routine. To understand why this specific announcement triggered such a volatile response, you have to look at the shifting power dynamics that have been quietly building beneath women's basketball for the past 6 months. This is no longer just about basketball. This is about a hostile takeover of the sport's hierarchy. The tension began long before NBC's latest move, going all the way back to the Olympic roster announcement. Head coach Cheryl Reeve and the selection committee insisted the decision was purely basketball-related. They cited defense, chemistry, and veteran experience. On paper, it sounded reasonable. In reality, many fans saw it as blatant gatekeeping. Analysts immediately pointed out that leaving the most popular female athlete on the planet at home was a marketing disaster. NBC, which holds the Olympic broadcasting rights, was reportedly furious. They had been counting on the Caitlin Clark effect to drive viewership to unprecedented levels. When she was snubbed, network executives were left scrambling, questioning why the league and federation would willingly sabotage their own ratings. The coaches stood firm. They won gold, and they likely believed that victory would silence the critics, that standing atop the podium would validate the system and reinforce the idea that the rookie simply needed to wait her turn. But that victory lap didn't last long, because while the coaches were celebrating a tactical win, the networks were studying the numbers. And the numbers didn't lie. Olympic viewership was solid, but it didn't come close to the frenzy surrounding a standard Indiana Fever regular season game. That data changed everything. With a new media rights deal valued at over $2 billion now in place, NBC and its partners are reportedly shifting their coverage to be almost entirely Clark-centric. Dedicated camera angles, documentary-style follow-alongs, and prime-time slots dictated by her schedule, not team standings, are all rumored to be part of the plan. This is a direct challenge to the traditional hierarchy coaches like Reeve have spent decades building. Their belief has always been that the league should be about teams, not individuals. NBC's response is blunt. We paid for the superstar, and we're going to show the superstar. This shift strips power from the coaches. They can bench her. They can snub her from national teams. They can allow physical play against her. But they cannot stop the cameras from following her. That loss of control is reportedly at the heart of the outrage. Authority built on X's and O's is being overridden by corporate interests driven by clicks and ratings. Then there's a jealousy factor, an uncomfortable but unavoidable reality. Veterans who spend 10 or 15 years grinding, playing overseas, and building the league brick by brick now watch as a rookie walks in and becomes the center of the universe. NBC doubling down on Clark validates the fear that everyone else is becoming a background character in her story. For a Team USA staff built on collectivism, this is a nightmare. How do you preach selflessness when the league's biggest media partner is rewarding individual stardom with massive exposure and endorsement potential? It fractures locker rooms. Critics feel justified in their resentment. Supporters feel the league is finally being rewarded. Coaches are stuck trying to maintain order in a system where the rules changed overnight. This isn't just about bruised egos. It's about relevance. If a rookie who stayed home gets more headlines than a gold medal team, what is that gold medal worth in the open market? Money sits at the center of it all. Clark's arrival accelerated charter flights, injected revenue, and brought legitimacy to long-stalled conversations. But the attention isn't evenly distributed. NBC strategy positions Clark as the face of the entire operation, funneling endorsements and media opportunities her way while veterans, despite accolades, risk being left behind. Inside Team USA, some reportedly view this as a betrayal of meritocracy. They believe winning earned them primetime exposure. But television has never been a meritocracy. It's a popularity contest. And the old guard is realizing they can't win against a phenomenon. They can dominate opponents by 30 points, but they can't beat the algorithm. Looking ahead to the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles, again broadcast by NBC, it's hard to imagine Clark being left off the roster. This shift feels like a warning shot. Get on board or get run over. Coaches who made the 2024 decision are now realizing their autonomy is slipping away. No coach wants to be told who'd play by a TV executive. But when that executive is writing a $2 billion check, leverage disappears fast. The power dynamic has flipped. Where once players and coaches would leverage, now the leverage is a single name, Caitlin Clark. Everyone else is facilitating the broadcast. That reality may also have consequences on the court. We've already seen increased physicality thrown her way. This media focus could pour gasoline on that fire. Resentment breeds aggression. Aggression creates controversy. Controversy drives views. The cycle feeds itself, turning the league into must-watch television. Something the coaches despise but can't stop. Add in off-season alternatives like the unrivaled league, and Clark's leverage grows even more. If traditional structures remain hostile, she has options. NBC knows this. They want to be in the Caitlin Clark business, not just the WNBA business. Figures like Cheryl Reeves sit at the center of the backlash, wearing dual hats as Team USA and Minnesota Lynx coach. Critics argue that conflict of interest played a role in resisting the future. And now, with NBC effectively overruling that philosophy, the defeat feels personal. This isn't a tantrum. It's the realization that the era of coach-led dynasties is ending, replaced by a player-driven entertainment product. The old guard remembers begging for airtime and recognition. Watching a rookie receive the red carpet treatment triggers resentment rooted in history and trauma. But the truth is unavoidable. The WNBA lost money for decades. It wasn't until Clark arrived that the economics finally made sense on a massive scale. NBC isn't charity. It's investing in the highest return asset. Fighting capitalism is a losing battle. The upcoming season will be a psychological case study. A league thriving financially because of Clark, while those in charge wrestle with resentment. NBC will respond the only way it knows how, by pointing the cameras where the money is. This isn't just basketball anymore. It's a soap opera fueled by billions, and the explosion after the NBC announcement is simply the sound of a paradigm shift. The old rules are dying. Caitlin Clark didn't skip the line. She was pushed to the front by demand. And the scoreboard is already lit. They can argue. They can rage. They can hold meetings behind closed doors.